Have you ever looked up in the night sky and wondered, what would it be like to travel to the stars? To visit a place that's so different from our own? The idea of space travel has captivated humans for generations, but not as much for me. I chase something different. As a nature and wildlife lover, I never understood the hype behind space travel, mainly because we have our own strange lands right here on Earth. Why go to space when we've got our own kind of aliens in our home planet? In this video, I'll be venturing into the Agusan Marsh Wildlife Sanctuary to search for insane animals, learn the ways of indigenous communities, and immerse myself in unfamiliar habitats. So buckle up and get ready for an adventure that is truly out of this world as we explore the Agusan Marsh. The Agusan Marsh Wildlife Sanctuary is a wetland habitat located in the northeastern side of Mindanao. It consists of lakes, swamps, forests, and rivers that serve as a critical ecosystem for both the people and wildlife of Agusan del Sur. It's the largest freshwater reserve in the Philippines, spanning 20,000 hectares, and hosts an estimated 15% of the entire country's freshwater resources. Wetlands are often called the kidneys of our ecosystem, mainly because they cleanse our waters and mitigate the effects of climate change by soaking up all the heavy rainfall like a sponge and preventing floods. The marsh also serves as a vital habitat for various forms of life, such as flying mammals, scaly reptiles, vibrant birds, and also the indigenous communities. And it's a sight that I've been dying to see. But getting there is quite a challenge. From Manila, we took an hour flight to Butuan in Agusan del Norte and another 2-hour drive to the town of San Francisco located in Agusan del Sur, our jump-off point for the marsh. The journey was bumpy and a logistical nightmare, but the views definitely made up for it. After 2 long hours, we have finally arrived here to the PAMU office, or the Protected Area Management Office. This will be our base camp for the next couple of days. This is essentially where all of the DNR representatives stay to manage and protect this amazing habitat, and just really excited for what's ahead of us in the next couple of days. Let's get it. We are here now in the visitor center. Say what's up, East. Believe it or not, this is honestly like 5-star accommodations. Like, we was not expecting much, but look, check out our awesome room. Got these bunks. Honestly, when you're going out into the wilderness, you can't really expect 5-star accommodations if you want to experience the true raw nature. And this is probably my favorite spot of this entire visitor center. Check out that view. Man, the sounds of nature, the air is so clean and fresh, although it is kind of humid because it is a wetland. Super excited, and it's only been the start. After settling in, we learned how to drive a manual motorcycle so that I could finally live out my Top Gun dreams. Take my breath away. Except that in this case, Ate May was Tom Cruise and I was the beautiful damsel in distress. Technically, we weren't even in the marsh yet, but the wetland views of San Francisco was marvelous as we enjoyed our first sunset in Agusan to cap off our first day here. Good morning, y'all. It is currently 7 a.m. and last night did not get the best sleep because it was raining super hard, but nevertheless I'm still really excited for today because today we're heading over to the Panlabuhan Lake where we will be celebrating today's festivities, which is the World Wetlands Day. And I'm really excited because Panlabuhan Lake is one of the inundated forests of Agusan Marsh, meaning it's a forest that is submerged underwater. So literally there are trees growing out of the water, and it's unlike any habitat that I have ever been to. And of course, just incredibly hyped to see all of the different wildlife that we might encounter. So it is the migratory month of the year, meaning that all of the birds from the colder climates in the northern and southern hemisphere fly thousands of kilometers right here to Agusan Marsh to stay during the cold months. And of course, Also can't wait to see all of the different herps that we might see, like crocodilians, other various sorts of reptilians. So really stoked for this one. Let's go. We all gathered in the office to listen to some talks by the amazing Protected Area Management team before heading out to the dock. And after a short 15-minute ride and a walk through some slippery mud, we finally boarded our tiny pump boat. Heading out to the marsh for the first time left me speechless. I've never seen a location quite as vast and unique as this one. The peaking grasses and tall trees almost made it seem like a field, when in reality, everything was submerged underwater, reaching depths up to 13 meters or about the height of a 3-story building. I couldn't wait to see some of Agusan's iconic wildlife, like the migratory birds that have flown thousands of miles to get here, and some of the biggest crocs in the world. For those who didn't know, Lolong, the largest living crocodile ever recorded in history, was found just a couple of kilometers away from Lake Panlabuhan, and I couldn't wait to search for his successor. Shortly after arriving at the floating village, we were warmly welcomed by the Manobo tribe. We even got to listen and speak to the Datu, the leader of the community, and his traditional outfit was so cool. Talk about drip. We then proceeded to do an art workshop with the kids, which entailed coloring some of the endemic wildlife that you could find here in the Agusan Marsh. This activity is vital for the children of the community because it educates them on the unique species you can find here. As they say, you can't protect something that you don't quite understand. I got to tour the village a bit more to soak in all the natural beauty and understand the daily life and challenges of the Manobo tribe. And after a sad goodbye, we packed up our things and headed back to the HQ to wrap up our first taste of the marsh. The next day, we got up early to participate in another activity, tree planting. Okay, so we have finally arrived here in the tree planting spot. I got over here a bangkal seedling, which is endemic and local to the area. And right now, I'm just trying to make it through this very maputek or muddy landscapes just so that we can get to the tree planting site. But yeah, really looking forward to this. Let's go! Oh shit! Despite the difficult terrain, the event was undoubtedly a success. It was awesome to see how people from all over the Philippines gathered to celebrate this event. From government officials to passionate volunteers, everybody played their part. From there, we headed back to the PAMO office to rest, pack up our things, and head to Lake Mambogongon, where we'd be spending the next 3 days. Alright, so we are officially almost fully loaded. Say what's up, Raf?
What's up?
Got the plywood over here for the... Oh, my face is here. Hello. We got the plywood over here for the school, a couple of paint, and of course all of our stuff for the next 3 days. Really excited. First time we're gonna be staying overnight, and Raf's first time to the marsh. So, gonna be a lot of fun. Let's go! The journey to Lake Mambogongon was even more difficult than the previous one. The inundated forest got even denser, and the invasive hyacinth kept clogging up our boat. But that didn't stop us from our mission. So we're here now in the inundated forest, and man, it is truly magical out here. Perfect environment for some crocs, and of course, I feel like this is where Shrek's house is, so keeping an eye out for that. Wow, absolutely stunning. Since the village is so isolated from civilization, the challenge to obtain basic necessities like light and building materials is evident, so turning around was not an option. Plus, this would be my best bet in finding Lolong II due to its remoteness, and I couldn't wait to start looking. So, we have just arrived here in Lake Mambogongon. I mean, check out this view. Hyacinths, or also known as water lilies, like literally as far as the eye can see. And after a 2-hour boat ride through the inundated forest or the submerged forest, we finally arrived here, and I'm just so excited to learn more about the place. And unlike Lake Panlabuhan, where we were only there for a couple of hours, here we'll be staying for 3 days and 2 nights. and hopefully we get to see more different wildlife now that it's more quiet and now that we can like really immerse ourselves in this habitat. So sick.
Once we arrived, we were greeted by their datu. While a lot more meek in comparison to the datu of Lake Panlabuhan, the warm energy remained the same. We showed them some of the photos Isa and the gang took from their last visit here, and it was just so pure watching them relive those fond memories. After settling in, we drank the rum that we brought and shared laughs under the stars before calling it a night.
Good morning, y'all. From here in Mambagongan Lake. I had a little bit too much fun last night with Raf and Isa. Good morning, y'all. Good morning. Good morning, Is. Too much fun last night. Medyo masakit yung katawan ko. Yan yung main instigator. Definitely gonna need this first cup and first sip of the day.
And to combat this terrible hangover, I went for a kayak to sober myself up and mentally prepare for the big day. We did the same art workshop with the kids, and they were just as excited and welcoming as the last one. Once we wrapped up, I took the best nap of my life, played some cards with the crew, and soaked in the breathtaking sunset of Lake Mambagongan.
So it's our last morning here in Lake Mambagongan, and we're spending it by just cruising around in the pump boat. So nice in the morning because there are a bunch of different birds that you see heading out for the day. Already seen purple heron, Philippine duck, and a bunch of different egrets. And thanks to the monster lens that Isa is using right now, it's amazing. Couldn't have asked for any other better way to spend our last day here living in the marsh.
The marsh hosts a whopping 216 species of birds during the winter season, with new discoveries being made each year. And I wanted to see as many as I could.
Hello everyone, to Roque's vlog. Today we're looking for the purple swamp hen that's hiding in the grass.
Hi,
Hello,
cat.
Raph, show your monster lens. Bird! Back to Roque.
Trying to look for the purple swamp hen
Why do you like the purple swamp hen so much?
because it kind of looks like a dinosaur, and because the last time Sila Isa were here, that's all they saw, and we still haven't seen one.
What's the bird that you've seen?
Definitely the purple heron, which is pretty cool too, because they're pretty big bird.
You like big bird?
I love me some big birds.
Yeah, say hi down to Roque's vlog.
Hello.
Purple swamp hen. Okay, look at them.
Once we were done getting our birding fill, it was time to head home. It was sad to leave given that we built such a real and personal relationship with the people of Lake Mambagongan, but my job was to share their story with you so that you can meet them as well. So we're finally headed back to the PAMA office. Say what's up, Rap?
What's up?
And man, this place has been truly magical. I really wish that I had a better camera so I can show you guys all of the wildlife, all of the different types of birds. If you want me to get a camera, make sure to hit that like and subscribe so that I can get monetized. A little subtle plug over there. You know what I'm saying?
Fund the future.
Fund my future, please. Staying in the marsh gave me a deeper appreciation for its beauty. Getting to experience firsthand the rich biodiversity that call the marsh home and the practices of the indigenous communities that have been passed down for generations made me understand why it's so vital to protect it.
So we're about to head home, just doing some photo ops.
Of course, Rap. Lakas sa pogi
Mahirap talaga pag pogi.
Salamat talaga, bye. Bye, salamat, bye.
Which is why it was so hard to finally say goodbye. I visited the Agusan Marsh to see wildlife and to seek discomfort, and it certainly wasn't comfortable. The journey was quite treacherous and the animals were hard to find, but this just made the experience all the more meaningful. The reason I made this video is to show you guys the natural gems apart from the tourist destinations here in the Philippines, to show you how beautiful our country really is, and not only what we're striving to protect, but who we'll be protecting. In recent years, the marsh has been suffering from illegal hunting, land conversion, and pollution, which has been gravely affecting the marsh's health. The communities had mentioned that due to the decreasing biodiversity and rising water levels, the ecology has been off balance and it's been harder to find fish to eat, and that if we don't act now, more calamities are bound to happen and the culture that has been present since pre-colonial times may just come to an end. So if you want to know how you can help the Agusan Marsh, my NGO, For the Future PH has a new program called Sponsor a Student. For only 2,000 pesos per month, you'll be providing the students of Lake Mambagongan with school supplies, nutritious meals, and much more. Through the Sponsor a Student program, we stand tall with the guardians of the marsh and make way for our collective dreams of this new generation of guardians for this vital ecosystem. For more information, make sure to check out the link in my bio to see how you can play a role in protecting this one-of-a-kind habitat. When I embarked on this journey, I hoped to find a magical animal that would make this trip memorable. And while I may have encountered some spectacular species, I realized that the most special of them all were actually the people. The people who have lived in the marsh for hundreds of years. The people who dedicate their lives protecting it. Which is why I challenge you to immerse yourself in the less popular but equally stunning Filipino habitats, to experience wildlife for yourself, to build a real connection with them, and to listen to the humans that live in these places to understand why we must protect it. I'll see y'all in the next one. Deuces!